Okay, why don't you just tell us something about yourself? Like, who are you even?
Oh my goodness, I have never answered this question ever. Ever.
Got one. Got two.
I'm dead. Play on the third base. Get him. I'm dead. Fuck!
I'm dead.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back, my name is StouXy and I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Welcome back to a mini-series called Interview with Snecc. This is part 2 and there is going to be one more part after this one. So, if you haven't watched the first one, feel free to do so right now. And if you did, then enjoy the second part. See you! What is your thought process behind creating a video from the idea itself till the posting to YouTube?
Creating the video itself, I will actually have to have a goal inside that game, and then the video comes. Like, how should I express my goal to the audience? So let's say the simplest one, not the simplest one, would be Kappa. So what I would do is to have gameplay from beginning to end, specifically focusing around missions with, let's say, dessert of PvP. So I would try to have an episode of me. Let's say I need to do something on Shoreline, and it's kill 10 scavs for Punisher Part 3 or whatever. And in that video, I would go into Shoreline and try to primary focus on the scavs. If I do get the scavs and nothing interesting happens, me headshotting scavs is not interesting, not anymore at least. What I would do is to just express the quest in as little time as possible. So nothing happened, killed 10 scavs and extracted. Didn't find any good loot, didn't find any players, and nothing else. So what would that entire raid would be, no matter how long it is, it's going to be probably matched down into 30 seconds from the time of me getting the quest, me killing scavs, and then extracting. If the loot I get from that raid is noteworthy, I would talk about it, but I will not show how I get it. I will not show where I got it unless it's like extraordinary. And then that clip, and that would be that clip for that video. And then I put it on a scale, like a mental scale of how big the episode should be. Usually I try to get it around 13 minutes, and sometimes I overshoot because of anyways. And if that episode doesn't have enough, like let's say I'm on 7 minutes already, so I'm gonna go ahead and do more quests and then change the theme, because let's say like quote unquote change the theme, because now we done Shoreline, we got the quest done, and now we have to, let's say, go interchange and get another quest done. And if we have PvP in that area, I'm gonna go from the beginning of PvP. I would also cut cat and mouse situations. I would also cut when I'm holding a corner for 40 seconds waiting for the guy to peek. If I'm holding a corner for 4 minutes and the guy finally peeks, I'm cutting 3 minutes 50 seconds until I kill that guy, and then I include what he had and then talk about it. And depending on how long that clip is, I insert it into the video, and then I put it on a scale. Do I stop? Do I go again? And when I'm done with the video, let's say it hits my desired 14 minutes, now it's conclusion time. Now I conclude the video, rewatch it, try to compile it again to cut more time, and if it's about 10 minutes or whatever, finally we are done. Now we're in like the process of titling and thumbnails. Now I sit down and think about the video, and did I say anything interesting? Because if there's like something unique and interesting, I can go ahead and put that in the title. I'm still working on my title craft because I am not good at titles. And then the thumbnail, I sit and envision what the video overall is and try to express it in a single image. This can take anywhere from 10 minutes with like instant realization, or I would have to go work out, do my other thing, and then finally gets to me what I want the thumbnail to be. That's pretty much it.
Wow, that's a very elaborate process, to be honest. So you prefer quality over quantity?
Yes, I tried quantity. I don't like quantity. It's just like pushing out. So it's either quality or it's quantity with quality, which is, I think, an idiom. I don't know what that word. It's like it doesn't go with each other. I try to put quality above quantity. Yes.
Which one of your videos are you the most proud of so far till this day? Or is there one, like you don't necessarily have to have your...
There is definitely a video I am very proud of. I am very proud of creating the series Rats on Reserve, but I didn't like really put it into it because that really signified my characteristic of myself that time. I really much loved it. Getting money and then using my editing formula to get money. And then every episode I would get more. Flea market. I think one of the flea market videos where I think I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that I got people flipping armors on the flea market because that video like really blew up, and then I could not buy any more damaged armors. As soon as I found out that process, I'm like, you know what? I don't need money. There are people who need money, but I also need views. So I went ahead and did that guide for flipping armor.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, I got my 4 million, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. And then I pretty much just gave that method away. In about a day, that method didn't work. Everybody was doing it.
Oh my god. That's what I remember. Basically the same thing happened with Landmark and Ash 12. He just made a video on Ash 12 and everybody started using it in the game. It was just, basically, yeah, you just came up with something new, so to say. You exposed it to the public and people just did it.
Yeah, it's like creating a fad. And then after like a week, you no longer see that fad around. Like everybody's tired of Ash 12s.
Oh yeah, 100%. I remember when I first started watching your videos, I wasn't playing EFT back then. And I was like, why am I even watching this? Like, I don't play the game. And I had no idea what you were talking about. You were doing the Reds on Reserve thingy. And I was like, okay, so why is this guy shooting at him? Like, isn't he supposed to be like with him in a team? Or how can you tell like who's your teammate? Like there are no like tags about their heads, And I was so confused, like what is this game? Like why the frig would anybody ever play it? And here I am playing EFT.
I think the difficulty is like the thing that keeps you in the game. If this game was easy, I think I would have given up by like the hour 1000. I do not like easy games.
So how many play hours are you at right now?
I believe 2,800 something.
Wow, that's pretty sick.
Still not as much as RuneScape.
Oh my god. Okay, RuneScape, how much?
Individually on a time frame and putting accounts together, first would be about 15,000 hours and the second would be about 28,000 hours.
What?
I love that game. I played that game for a decade plus.
Holy. Wow, okay. That's hashtag dedication.
Oh, and I was not good at that game.
So, what's the total of play hours in RuneScape, roughly?
My highest hour count on one of my accounts was about 15,000.
So how can you play a game for 15,000 hours and not be good at it?
I think I just went with the flow and enjoyed it.
Yeah, okay, so talking about Escape from Tarkov, how many hours do you think I would need to have to become decent at the game?
People learn at different rates. Like just yesterday, I talked with a guy who this is his first wipe and he's already clapping chads on labs. with less than 500 hours. And here I am at 2,800 hours trying to learn labs. So people have a different style of learning, so I can't really answer that.
Because I'm like I said before, I'm still somewhere between 400 and 500 hours, and I get killed by scavs every now and then. Like I went to customs, and I got killed by a regular scav, and I'm like, why do I even play this game? Like, isn't it pointless for me at this point?
Yikes.
Yeah. So.
How many times did you experience wanting to quit the game so far?
Oh, basically every time I played, I guess.
Yikes.
No, but seriously, sometimes I try to just keep it as fun experience for me personally, but sometimes it gets to me, I like, why do I spend so much time playing the game where I'm getting nowhere? So, but then again, after 2 minutes, I'm like, oh shit, it's just a game for me, And if I were to play it for something else other than fun, I would just quit long time ago. So, but the difficulty aspect of the game, it is actually something that keeps me interested in the game, to be honest, because when I started first killing PMCs, for example, I was like, holy shit, so okay, I'm getting slightly better, and now I really enjoy the game. So yeah, the difficulty is actually one of the main aspects of the game that still keeps me playing. But at the same time, it is also the aspect of the game that makes me want to quit the game. So yeah, it's like double-edged sword, to be honest. But yeah, the better I get, the more I enjoy the game, honestly. That's how I see it personally.
I have a sticky note next to my screen with a quote that I pretty much read every day or every other day. And it says, things that are hard to overcome are sweet to remember. And then whenever like things get like really hard in the game or whatever, and that pretty much just resets my thinking, and then I go again.
I couldn't agree more with that statement, yeah. How much time a day do you spend playing Escape from Tarkov in general?
In recording? Well, if I'm not recording, I'll just find other ways to chill. And if I am recording, depends on how hard I want to record. And for the past, I believe, this month, I think I've spent more than 7-8 hours on Tarkov every day.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of time, to be honest.
Yeah.
For me, after playing 2 hours, I'm just like, oh my god, I can't take this anymore. I need to do something else. But again, I believe when I will get better eventually, I think I will just be able to spend more time on Escape from Tarkov. But I guess we'll see.
Well, I do have like YouTube piggybacking my motivation. So when I get like a little bit demotivated in Escape from Tarkov, then I have like the motivation off of YouTube to keep me going. And when I don't have the motivation off YouTube, I get Tarkov motivation. So it's pretty much just back and forth with me. So I constantly am not like running low on motivation.
What do you want to achieve with your YouTube channel? Like, do you want to hit certain amount of subscribers, or do you want to earn enough money to support yourself in real life, or what is the main motivation of you doing the YouTube?
To be better than yesterday. And the very first thing, the very first goal I set myself for YouTube is 100,000 subscribers. That's like the first goal. And I am not going to pursue any other big goals in real life until I get 100,000 subscribers. And after I hit that, I'm going to go ahead and reevaluate. And then I might continue with YouTube. I might start another IRL challenge. Because I'm trying to enjoy my life as much as I could. And with like wacky challenges that bring me fulfillment, that's where I'm going to go. Right now, I'm 1 year in, 6,250 subscribers in, still going strong. Because I know I will hit that goal.
I do believe that you will, and good luck with that. When do you expect to actually hit the 100,000 subscribers? Have you ever thought about it, like, let's say, a year from now or 2 months from now? Like, do you have any time frame?
I do not set expectations. I just try to be better today than I was yesterday. Like, is it 1% better, 2% better? Because when I start, I do remember like years ago, whenever I put expectations on things, and when those things did not come to expectation, I became very disappointed. So now I just go day by day, month by month for YouTube. I have a little calendar here. This is pretty much my YouTube calendar. And this entire thing is filled out. And I can scroll back to like, let's say March. And it would tell that day what I would post, how much subs I have. And then I would do it for the entire thing. And that's how I kept on going. Like, put a video here, put a video here. That's how much subs I have. I will have that much more tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then just go day by day. And then once the month finishes, I flip it over. I forget about that month, and then that's my start of that month. And then I try to be better, and that's how I just go. So this pretty much is history, my history. But I will not like look back when, let's say, I was running Rats on Reserve series. I got 7,000 views the first two, I think the first day or whatever. And like, I will not go back mentally to that day and like, I wish I got the same thing, or I wish it grew as fast as here. No, that just puts me in a bad mood. I would just, what happened in the past, I will keep it in the past. It will be history. And then I will try to be better tomorrow.
Okay, that's actually a pretty smart mindset, in my opinion. Okay, so as of this recording, it is 7th of November, and you've got roughly 6.2k subscribers?
6.25.
Okay, so how much subscribers did you have in March? Can you check it out in your little notepad? Like, pick a random date in March.
Beginning of March, I had 426. End of March, I had 1,363. That was when I was running the Acquire Kappa case series. Yeah, this was Acquire Kappa case and Labs 35. Labs 35 was actually pretty popular, and so was Kappa case. And I see 2 flea market videos. Yeah, this was a big month.
Is there any event that basically, like, you remember vividly?
I think I know what you're trying to say, and yeah, it was me killing AquaFPS, and he included that in his video, which I think like 250,000 plus people saw that. I might be like a little bit short, but and after that, like, I had a swarm of comments on my videos, like, you killed AquaFPS and stuff like that. And I think I had like 57 subscribers at that time, and I think I went up to like 90. That was extreme growth.
So basically you are titled as one of the most underrated EFT YouTubers. What do you think about this statement?
Underrated EFT YouTubers.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's something another person would have to place a label upon. I can't do that to myself. Underrated.
Because I'm basically saying this because I watch your videos and I read your comments, and at least 20% of your comments are, oh, I love your videos and you are very underrated. You should get more subscribers than you currently have. So that's why I'm asking, like, have you actually thought about this? Like, do you feel underrated, or what do you think about this, you being underrated?
That is a very tempting thought process to go down to, but if it gets into my head, that I don't want things to like get to me in the sense that I will pretty much like have my ego go up. That's not good. I don't like when my ego is out of check. And like those comments, I tend to just read them and then move on, because it's their personal opinion and there is always time and place for everything. So I think they mean that the quality of my videos exceed the amount of views they should get. That's also their opinion. I don't have these kind of opinions, because once I start having expectations, I also get into the process of getting disappointed. So yeah, I see them, I read them, and then I move on.
Okay, and I think that's a very smart thing to do. I just remembered what I wanted to say before when we were talking about you achieving the 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, that's your That, or at least it used to be your main goal.
It is my main goal.
Okay, so let me actually warn you, because once you will achieve it, you're gonna feel emptiness. That's what I can tell you. Like, what I'm trying to say is enjoy the journey, not the goal itself.
Yes. Oh, the process of me putting it between 0 and 100,000 is for me to enjoy the road, because once I get to 100,000, I will have to put the flagpole much further back so then I can, continue, because I am very I'm very familiar with this. That, for example, thoughts of also like, get a nice car, and then once you get the car, it's like, you know what, why did I even want this in the first place? It's just a car, even though it's like a, I don't know, a Lamborghini or whatever. And now I have to, like pay gas money and then high insurance or whatever. Why did I even want this in the first place? Yeah, that thought process, I also listened heard about lots of like philosophies around that. So I know exactly how it's gonna go when I hit 100,000. I'm just going to replace that feeling with go do something more, be better than yesterday.
Your audience seems to be very loyal and supportive. Is there anything you would like to tell them? Like maybe you didn't have a chance, like to reply to all the comments.
Oh, I got the chance to read every single comment and then go over them once more and then once more. I love reading comments. Get a chance to say something to my audience. Well, don't I do that every single time I do a video? It's like me expressing my creativity and the audience choosing to spend their time to examine, watch, take part in my creation.
All right, no worries. Okay, how do you deal with haters / hate comments, and how do you deal with people who dislike your videos and literally and physically just put a dislike button?
Dislike? Actually, I don't think I have any haters. Even if they put something, if they do like constructive criticism, I like that. If it sounds negative constructive criticism, I still read that. I still evaluate that. If they put dislike buttons, okay, it happens. I did maybe something in that video they didn't dislike. If a video gets a little bit too much dislike buttons, I'm like, maybe something in that video people do not like. Let's go ahead and find out what I did in that video that people do not like. Maybe I said something controversial. If it's something controversial, then I let it go because it happens. And I'm not going to go ahead and go back on whatever I said unless it's like proven otherwise. And if it's that, I just move on. And if somebody like genuinely hates me because I head-eyed him in labs across the map, then it happens because it also happens to me. So that I don't have like, to me, I don't have haters. I just have viewers. And every single viewer has their different type of perspective on my content, creations, art.
All right, moving on, a different subject. What is your most favorite and least favorite map and why?
Most favorite, Woods. Least favorite, Interchange. Woods is because it's the very first game. First map I learned. It was actually pretty difficult at the beginning. Then when I got used to it and when I learned it, it's like actually really fun. Plus, the addition of Sturman pretty much made it very, very fun. You compete on the sides against players, and then you go center and you try to get Sturman. Also, let's not forget about the fact that the two bunkers are like sweet and mechanical loot where you can find filters and fuel, which I don't know, for some reason I really like finding fuel and filters. And there are a bunch of different types of like extracts. I love the RR1 from the center of the map and the two side ones, which is pretty much, it's a very unique map that really interests me. And then currently I dislike Interchange. I tried the whole killer thing, only got like 9-10% in. I don't like how the map is dark. I don't really know the map, even though as much time as I played it, I don't really like that map. There's like too much things, and that's pretty much why I don't like that map.
Yeah, I basically hate all the maps except for factory and customs.
Is it because you haven't played many of them, or is it because you played many of them and you dislike it?
All Alright, so why I love Factory is of the action, because I still need to learn how to, like flick my mouse and aim and all those good stuff that I had no idea that they actually exist before I started playing this game. And I love to have some action, so basically every time I go to Factory, it's action guaranteed. I mean, 9 out of 10 times. And customs, because that was basically the first game I have ever played. And how I see it is I should first learn one map perfectly and then move on to the next map. So that's why I'm only playing those 2 maps. I mean, sure, I sometimes go to woods for fucking Jaeger quest, yeah. But I hate woods, I hate interchange, I kinda not hate shoreline, but I hate it at the same time. That doesn't make sense, but sure. And reserve, yeah, shit ton of loot, but kind of torn apart on that one. And labs, I just died there. So yeah.
Yeah, labs is like the most difficult map currently.
Okay, another question. Now you can only answer with one sentence. So, what is the one thing you are the most proud of in Escape from Tarkov?
Learning how to self-sustain myself with rubles, and then everything else can go second. If I have money, anything can be achieved. And that was 2 sentences.
Okay, and what is your biggest achievement so far in Escape from Tarkov?
I think getting Kappa the first time.
Exactly what I thought. Oh, I'll never get Kappa, I believe.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. So I will get Kappa at some point.
Yes.
Will you ever do any Escape from Tarkov tutorials?
Very unlikely, for the reasons that I already stated.
What do you hate most in Escape from Tarkov?
Limits on how much ammo you can buy.
Oh, okay. For me, like a new person who doesn't really use flea market and traders a lot, can you elaborate on it, please?
For example, right now I'm really into SA-58s, which require 308 ammunition. I don't want to use M80 because the pen is not high enough, and I don't want to use M61 because I don't like overspending. Plus, it has lots of pen. It's actually okay if I top load it with it. And then we have my primary ammo, which is M62. You can only buy 100 bullets every Peacekeeper reset, and I believe that's like 2 hours 20 minutes. So, and each magazine, it's like an assault rifle, but each magazine has 30 rounds or 50 if you use the drums. So that only is for 2 mags. So I have to plan my SA-58 runs a couple of days in advance so I can buy an exceptional amount of ammo. And then I still end up having to hide it up in my Kappa, the magazines and the ammunition, so I can save it because of the caps of ammunition. If I was willy-nilly being able to buy M62s, maybe like 200, 300, 400, 500 even limits too, every 2 hours, that would not be an issue. But I have to basically pre-plan if I want to play with an SA-58.
All right, and what do you like the most in Escape from Tarkov? Alright guys, that is it for the part number 2 of interview with Snecc. I will post the part 3 as soon as possible. I believe in 2 days. So just stay tuned and I'm looking forward to see you in the 3rd one. Ciao! Oh, and here is a little sneak peek of part number 3. Brazzers or Pornhub?
Not gonna answer that.
You have to choose one, come on.
There's a 3rd option and I'm not gonna talk about it.